Hi all, welcome to BluePrism Demo. Today we are going to discuss about what is BluePrism, what are the things we are going to do inside the BluePrism, how we are going to use BluePrism tool. BluePrism is RPA tool. Before going to the BluePrism, we need to understand what is this RPA, how it will be useful for the business, and what are the tools available in the market. Later we will see how the BluePrism tool looks like and what we are doing inside exactly in the BluePrism tool. RPA is Robotic Process Automation. In simple form, we can say that wherever human is regularly and doing repetitive works in their daily lives, there we are replacing humans with the help of any software tools. In simple form, replacing human works with the help of tools or softwares. This is nothing but RPA technology. We can automate repetitive tasks, whatever the human is performing on regular basis. For example, assume that 9 to 6, any person is doing his work repetitively, same work, the rule based, we can automate. And how many tools available in the RPA? So many tools is available in the market. Automation Anywhere, BluePrism, UiPath, Nice, Pega Open Source, WorkFusion, so many tools is available. Okay, so coming to these tools, okay, I will give you one example. Then you can able to understand clearly how we can able to use the tool and where and all we can able to use and what are the advantages we have and what is the difference before implementing RPA tool after implementation of the RPA tool in the market. Now just observe this. Everyone we are using mobiles. If you have any issues or if you have any queries, we are going to make a call to customer care executives. Assume that to activate something, to activate roaming or to change our plans, right? Or to know our billing details, we are going to make a call to customer care executive. When you are making a call to customer care executive, we are going to dial the number, specific number, customer care executive number. What are the options we are going to get? We will get 1 for select language. For example, 1 for English. Assume that 2 for Hindi, 3 for any other local language. And in that, if you select any specific option, for example, assume that you selected one option or two option. Again, it will give you multiple options 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. 1 for are you a prepaid customer, 2 for are you a postpaid customer, 3 for are you looking for any new plan, or 4 for any other queries. Right? In that, if you select one, so I am a prepaid customer, then it will ask you what you are looking for inside that. Again, it will give you multiple options like 1, 2, 3. In that, 1 for example, let's assume that it's a roaming activation or request for postpaid, or 2 for bill details, or 3 for so any other so specific activation, data package activation or whatever it may be. In that, if you select one again for that particular option, for example, assume that the roaming activation or plan change or whatever it may be, then it will give you 1 and 2 options for 1 for the confirmation, 2 for go back to the previous menu. right? This is the options what we are going to get to resolve our queries when you make a call to customer care executives. First, we will get all these options. Finally, you will get 9 or 0 to speak with customer care executive if your option is not available in that list. If your query is not available in that list of the options, then only you will get 9 or 0 to speak with a customer care executive. Initially, we will not get, right? Here, in this process, what is happening? If you observe this process, in this telecom example, most of the 95% of the queries it's resolving by using these automated options. Do you think so? Any person is interacting with us in the backend to resolve our query here? No. We are using just the options. We are selecting the options and we are resolving our query by ourselves. Only the 5% of the queries, so it is going to 9 or 0 to speak with a customer care executive. Only 5%, right? Remaining everyone, so we are resolving our queries by ourselves by using these options. When you are resolving our query, you are not interacting with anyone. You are not speaking with anyone. We are just selecting the options. When you are selecting the options, who is interacting with us in the backend? Who is helping us? It's a software, right? It's a tool, or it's already inbuilt program that is nothing but robotic process automation. Okay, now coming to this example, nowadays this is happening. These options we have. Go back to 7 years before or 8 years before. Do you have these options? We don't have, right? At that time, what we are doing, for each and every query, we are making a call to customer care executive. We have to wait in a line for 5 to 10 minutes to get call connected. Once our call get connected, then we have to tell them what is our query, and the customer care executive has to understand that, and they will raise a request. The request will be assigned to some other person as a ticket, and then that guy has to be resolve this, and finally you will get a message your query has been resolved or your plan has been activated, right? To implement all this process, it will take minimum 10 minutes to half an hour or 1 hour or 2 hours. It depends on the how many tickets they are handling, right? At that time, just assume that if you have 1 lakh customer care queries, 1 lakh customer care queries, how many customer care executives is required to answer these calls? Assume that we have 1 lakh queries. How many customer care executives is required? Roughly, if you take 10,000 customer care executives also, each and every person has to answer 10 calls at the same time. That's why at that time our waiting period is there. First in, first out process. When you make a call to them, before you, some other person was in a call, that call has to be finished, then only your call will be get connected. That's why in some vendors, you will have waiting period of 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes also, right? Okay. 10,000 members to answer 1 lakh. Just a roughly if you take. Each and every person has to 10 calls at the same time at that time. Just assume that. Now coming to this process. Now, this is the previous process is a traditional process. We are not implementing any automation at that time. We did not implement anything. Nowadays, now come to this process. In this process, do you think the same number of customer care executives is required to answer 1 lakh queries? No, it's not at all, right? Only 5% of the queries is getting connected to customer care executive. So, what is the point in maintaining 10,000 customer care executives here? It's not required. Now, so we can manage with only 1,000 customer care executives, right? So before 7 years before, it's a traditional process what we are they are implementing and what we are saying. Nowadays, it's a automation process what we are saying now, right? In this, we have only 1,000 customer care executives is required to answer the calls, because every customer care customer queries it's resolving by themselves by using the automated options. Okay. Now, if you observe the previous traditional process and current process, what are the advantages we have here? Observe this. First one is manpower. Previously we need 10,000 members. Now we can manage with only 1,000. And time. So previous process we need at least half an hour to 2 hours or 3 hours to resolve any query. But nowadays, if you select that option, it will be immediately activated. That option will get activated immediately, and 100% accuracy. Suppose assume that in previous traditional process, you will say something to the customer care executive. He will understand something. He will do something. Manual mistakes, human mistakes, right? The thing is there. But nowadays, whatever the option you are going to select, the same option it is going to activate. It is going to reduce your human errors, right? And availability, 24/7 available. Previously, if you want to discuss anything, if you want to activate anything, you need to make a call in between 9 to 6 only. But nowadays, this option is available 24/7, right? These are the advantages we can say. So after implementation of RPA. Now, coming to this. This is on the advantages, right? It will improve efficiency, it will improve ROI, return on investment, eliminate human errors, and then productivity will increase, and then we can save the so amount. So what we are so implementing on that particular so project, right? Our particular so requirement, and where and all we can able to implement this RPA process. Observe this. Any business process. So where we are doing repetitive tasks, we can able to use this process. We can able to use this RPA tools. And most of the industries, observe this, financial services, manufacturing, hospitality, technology or software or telecommunication, anywhere, healthcare, government, everywhere we can able to use. So where we need to reduce the human interaction, and then we can able to replace the humans with the help of this software. Now, so this is just a diagram. So in the future, how much demand it will be there for the RPA tools. Okay, so now we are in 2018. Now just assume that so where the it is where the revenue is. So this is the so small so automation revenue in the market in the 2018 expectation. Now, so going forward down the line, so most of the companies so they are trying to implement it. So nowadays also most of the BPO companies they are doing repetitive works. They are trying to automate their business processes. Okay. So what exactly RPA tool will do? Coming to this, okay. What they are doing inside the RPA tool, they are going to create business process flow. Business process flow. What it means by that exactly? Anytime have you observed your flow charts? What it says? It's a flow diagram, right? Step by step direction, step by step instruction. It will give you how the process has to be executed. The same business process flow we need to implement in your RPA tools. All RPA tools here, most of the things GUI based tools. No need to write any code here. Everything is available, already available. Just you need to use, and then you need to create the business process. It's as simple as, for example, if you have a mobile, we are all using mobiles, right? In mobiles, we have small icons will be there like message and then contacts and then WhatsApp and clock. So many icons, right? If you want to set up a alarm, which icon you will click? You will go to the clock. You will not go to the message, right? You will not go to contacts. Why? We are used to that. We know how to use that and when to use. If I want to go set up a alarm, I have to go for a clock only. I have to click on a clock icon and I have to perform some action on that. And because we are used to that, we know that. The same way in GUI tools also, these tools, we need to understand when to use that components and then how to use. All are inbuilt. It's readily available. Just you need to understand how to use, when to use. That's more than enough to work with a tool. And then you need to have just small logical thinking, the process orientation. So how the process is going to perform. For example, you need to automate your Facebook. For example, your requirement is every day 9 a.m. you need to send good morning message to all your Facebook friends. Manually, what we are going to do every day, you are going to open your machine and then you will open browser. After that, you are going to type URL facebook.com. After that, you will give username and password. After that, you are going to click on login. After login, you are going to write. You will go to the message, you will write, and then you are going to send it to all. After done, you are going to sign out, right? After that, you will close the browser. This is the step-by-step process what we are going to perform. This thing we will call it as a business process flow. How we are implementing our task. By using your RPA tools, we are going to create this. To do that, already all the objects is available inside the tool. No need to struggle. We need to know how to use, when to use. That's it. It's very simple tool. Okay. So now we will see. So what is Blue Prism tool? So how it looks like, and then what exactly we are implementing inside the tool. Then you will get one clear idea on that, how it looks like, and what we have to do as a developer inside the Blue Prism tool. Coming to this, observe this. This is the complete the Blue Prism tool. So we have around these 6 components here. In this, as a developer, you are going to work with only Studio. So remaining control, dashboard, release, and system all are related to admin activities. And some of the activities the developers also will do. Now here in Studio, we will have process and object studio. We'll call it as a process and object. Process studio. If you want to create any new process, I will go with process studio. And object studio. If you want to use any inbuilt options, then we have to go for object studio. It's kind of reusable things. For example, simple example, let's say if you have laptop or system or desktop, anything. If you install OS in your machine, along with OS, you will get Internet Explorer, you will get Windows Media Player. No need to install separately here, right? It's inbuilt with your OS. That is nothing but object here. Coming to the process. If you want to work with Google Chrome, VLC Media Player, then what we have to do? We have to install separately, right? That is nothing but your process here. If you want to work with any new things, we need to create a process. If you want to use any existing things, then we will go for a object. Okay. Now, coming to process, I will open the process. What exactly we are going to create inside the process, you can able to understand. Open one process. Observe this. This is your workspace. Most of the time you are going to work with. This is the complete tool. Here you can able to see the left hand side all the shapes, right? Here you need to understand which shape when to use, how to use. You have to know each and every option inside this tool. That is more than enough to work with this Blue Prism. And here what you can able to see here, see this, it looks like a flow diagram. So start, launch, write, file, and then save, and then so it is saving button, terminate, and then end. Step by step execution process. This thing we will call it as a robot process flow or workflow or session. Don't get confused. So different companies, different organizations, different persons, they will call it a different names. But commonly we will call it as a robot or bot or process. Robot, bot or process. Okay. Now here, just let me run this. Observe what is happening. Observe this. It's launching Notepad. It's writing something, and it is trying to save it. Given the path, it is going to give the path where we have to save, and then it is going to click on save, and then after that it is going to terminate. Am I doing anything here manually? Nothing. It's already predefined in the process. It's executed. So based on the process flow, right? To do this, what I have done, so we have implemented so these shapes, and I need to know, so first which one I have to use, next which one I have to use. If I want to use this, what I have to do in the back end. That is more than enough to work with these tools. Now I will open another one. So let's see this. Just observe. We'll run this. Another one. Observe this. It's open Google and it clicked on feeling lucky. It searched for Mother's Day and it has taken the specific date. I will tell you what it has done. If you go to Google, we have I am feeling lucky. Click on this. When you click on this I am feeling lucky, it will display all the doodles each and every day, so which is displaying in your Google homepage. From this we need to search Mother's Day and click on this search, and from this we need to pick the first day from this doodles, first date of the doodles, first doodles. This is our requirement. For this we have automated this process. If you run this, it will pick the date and then it will give you in your output. Just observe now. Again we are running. Click on this. It's launched Google. It's typed Mother's Day. It clicked on that. See this? The date it has taken. Right? So like this, so we have to create our business process flows. It's very easy tool. It will not take more than 25 hours to learn this. But from your side, commitment should be after the class, each and every day, you have to practice at least minimum half an hour. So until unless you used to the tool. So once you used to the tool, so after that, so you can able to understand very easily. So you can able to so implement the things. It's like same like for example, assume that you have a Facebook account. You know how to work with a Facebook. It means how to do the operations inside that application, how to send a friend request, how to like, and how to do different settings like hiding your phone numbers, hiding your mobile number, hiding your email IDs, and promotions, everything. You know everything in a Facebook, how to implement it. Just assume that today you created Instagram or Twitter account. Can you able to do the same thing? So what you are doing in a Facebook, in your Twitter or Instagram? No, right? Does it mean by that you don't know what it mean by the Twitter? Does it mean by that you don't know what it mean by Instagram? You know what is Instagram, what is Twitter, what we are going to do inside that. But when it is coming to the implementation, it will little difficult because we are not familiar with that. We never use that application, right? The same way here. If you observe these shapes, you can able to understand something. If you observe the process also, you can able to understand something. But when it is coming to the implementation, so you need to understand which option I have to use, how to use that. See this, by seeing this decision, calculation, and then so collection, loop, you can able to understand something, but you have to understand how to implement that. So that's a very important here. Okay. Oh, these are the things. So what we have to learn. Okay. To learn this, so you need to have a tool knowledge and you should have logical thinking. That is more than enough to learn this tool. So we don't require any specific so programming languages or any specific so other so parameters to learn this. So any questions? If you have any questions, you can send a mail to me or you can comment here. Thank you.